So there's going to be another movie review. This one's called Son of Dracula, 1943. I'm giving it 3 of 5 stars, which is pretty close to the IMDb rating. 6.1 out of 10. 4,676 ratings. I don't know why this movie is so popular. Lon Chaney played 4 of the Universal monsters: Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein, and Mummy. In this one, he plays Dracula, but only because Universal was peeved at Bela Lugosi for his lackadaisical performance on the set when he was doing Frankenstein monster, which he absolutely hated, according to the Ed Wood movie, if you've ever seen that. He sort of alludes to Boris Karloff's Frankenstein monster. And in a negative way, I might add, but just some of the things I remember about the Ed Wood movie when it came out at the time. It was so exciting. It was the greatest thing that ever happened to Ed Wood. It was even better than the book. Because all these Ed Wood festivals started popping up. These midnight movie houses like Castro Theater. Some other movie house I don't even remember. Probably doesn't exist anymore. Since the early 90s. But Nightmare of Ecstasy is the Ed Wood book that I'm talking about. So, Son of Dracula, what can I say about this? Lon Chaney shows up in some southern Swampville place as Count Alucard. He's actually the son of Dracula, according to the movie title, or you can think of him as Dracula's daughter's brother, since this is the third in the Dracula series. The second being Dracula's Daughter, which I used to have on VHS tape back in the day. That one didn't have Bela Lugosi in it either. It's a shame. They should have let Bela Lugosi play Son of Dracula, but still, Lon Chaney puts in a pretty decent, campy kind of Dracula. You can even see his reflection in the mirror, which is a bit of a goof. It might be on the IMDb page as a goof. Anyways, he wants to marry the Southern Belle there, even though he's engaged to some other dude. She's engaged to some other dude named Frank. She's got kind of an interesting hairdo. She's into the occult. I didn't know people from the 1940s liked to dabble in the occult. That's why she's so attracted to this Count Alucard. She wants to become immortal. And so she lets him turn her into a vampire. I think the only other victim really was some little boy. And so there's like a Van Helsing guy who's he's got his own home practice, medical clinic going there. invites a professor from um, Transylvania. Is that, I couldn't even think of that word. I'm so tired. I started laying it into the little dweeb dispatcher guy because I didn't get that dispatcher from hell, but I got the other guy. It was not as bad, but he's trying to imitate the dispatcher from hell. So, so my coworkers give me a hard time. He says I won't be back until 11:30, which is precisely the time I came back last night. I worked 7 hours. They didn't even call me or text me when my route was ready last night. So I'm just sitting in my car watching some of Dracula. I could have watched more on my meal break if I had brought my DVD player and the Netflix envelope with me in my van last night. I could have finished it last night, but I was just kind of out of it. Not feeling the groove at all last night. So I ended up in Emerald Hills with this giant bus van. Really narrow roads, and I finished up about 10:40, I think. I got back around 11:30. I didn't know it was an hour drive from Emerald Hills, but I got 3 hours of sleep and came to work kind of lethargic, even though I took my energy drink, and my body knew that I had to wake up to go to work because I woke up a few times in the middle of the night. But anyways, that's the reason why I can't think straight in this video. But I'll go through the Netflix stuff that's coming tomorrow. So they had to mail it out today. They didn't receive it in my other 2 discs until today. The Garden of Allah and the Invisible Man Legacy disc, which wasn't a great disc. It was okay, but definitely like the Invisible Agent the best. And I posted the Invisible Agent video, but it didn't show up under my video section. I think there was a glitch in YouTube, or maybe the algorithm noticed that I was talking about the rioters. Aaron's favorite subject. Anyways, Son of Dracula. What can I say about this? So, Alucard, or Dracula, whichever the case may be, he appears in a mist, or he appears as a rubber bat flying around. Pretty campy stuff. I love Lon Chaney. He's great in the Devil's Messenger, of course. And I think he might be in the next one that I'm going to watch, House of Dracula, which is kind of a continuation of the House of Frankenstein theme, with all the Universal monsters in it. It's even got John Carradine playing the vampire again, and I'm sure Lon Chaney plays the Wolfman. But don't quote me on that. I haven't haven't seen it yet, so I'm just pure speculation here. Knowing Universal's aversion to Bela Lugosi and their favoritism towards Lon Chaney, he was playing just about every movie monster except for the Invisible Man. So pretty cool. So movie kind of drags. There's not much going on. You don't see any on-screen biting the neck like he did in Dark Shadows. I think my son got the wrong idea when I was watching Dark Shadows. He actually bit this kid in preschool thinking that he was a vampire or something. But that was about, I want to say, 7 years ago. Something like that. He was wearing a diaper for a long time. They kept telling me, you gotta potty train this kid. Because he's in preschool and he's still wearing a diaper. But I guess he was a late bloomer. So Alucard and his Southern Belle, Catherine, they get married. Frank is devastated. He wants to go after Alucard, but Alucard just kind of tosses him aside like a rag doll. And he shoots Alucard, but it goes right through Lon Chaney into the Southern Belle Catherine, the bullets. So he thinks he's guilty of murder. He turns himself into the police's Frank dude. So he's sitting in jail. Catherine becomes a vampire. She's plotting with Frank in jail to kill Alucard. So Frank proceeds to do that. And then Frank goes back to meet his Southern Belle at the mansion. I forget what the mansion's called. It's Dark Oaks. That's what it's called. Deep South. Swamps. Actually, Count Alucard found his way from Budapest, Hungary. Not Transylvania. I stand corrected. Good thing I looked that up. Sometimes I make mistakes. I don't correct myself until the next video. Yeah, she's Alucard, Dracula's girlfriend, has got this flimsy flowing gown. She traipses through the creepy studio woods. I'm reading somebody else's review on IMDb. The Wolfman turns into Dracula. Karate Man. I haven't seen Vampires Kiss. Man, you changed your name. No more Snake Spliskin or whatever avatar thing. Cool. Yeah, it has been a while. I didn't know you were into vampire movies. Cool. I'll check it out. I'll see if it's available. I got about 50 of your movies on the bottom of my Netflix queue. I go through them right now, but it'd take me about an hour. Suffice it to say, a lot of it's Miami Vice discs. I think I'll spend a couple weeks just going through those Miami Vice discs. I was talking to my coworker about it, and he said Don Johnson lives in a boathouse with an alligator or something. I guess they don't have crocodiles in North America. But I was looking up on Miami Vice, and they're talking about all these pop music songs in it. That must have been why it was so popular. I don't know. I tried to avoid popular TV shows back in the 80s, man. I was more into like 1970s Doctor Who reruns. But Son of Dracula, yeah. I'll check out Vampire's Kiss. Thanks for the mention. I have not seen it with Nicolas Cage, but I will definitely give it a look, see if I can find it. So if you search on YouTube for Son of Dracula, you get like Svengoolie and all these other videos. I think I can only post the trailer because the movie's not available, but I'll double check that. And anyways, I don't want to post the trailer in the description box. It's not a great movie. I'm not a big fan of the Dracula series to begin with. I thought the first Dracula was overrated. My grandfather loved it because he liked the fly-eating victim of Dracula. The guy who went, you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. Let's see what I got coming down the pike from Netflix. I know it's your stuff because yours is way on the bottom. It's going to take me a few years to get down there to all the stuff you mentioned. But it's good to hear from you. I wonder what happened to you. Like after Christmas, it was kind of dead silence on my channel, with the exception of Adrian, of course, and also Genre Cult. I did a Anthony Perkins review of him smoking the glass pipe. Dr. Hyde turns into Jack the Ripper, or Mr. Hyde turns into Jack the Ripper, I should say. So I've got Sands of Iwo Jima and Twilight Zone episode with John Carradine in it. That's what I got coming down the pike. Try to see what else is coming, because I know I got one more. And of course Netflix is taking forever. Okay, so Son of Dracula, we said 3 out of 5 stars. We already watched that. I'm going to get into House of Dracula, Twilight Zone, 1964 with John Carradine, Sands of Iwo Jima, which is a John Wayne flick from 1949. And then I've got Monsoon from 1943. That looks like an alpha video, honestly. Adrian recommended Flash Future Kung Fu, which, yeah, this is an alpha video. You got John Carradine, Sidney Toiler, the Charlie Chan dude is in it. So I'll check out Vampire's Kiss. Nice of you to pop in. I'm here with my son. But cool. Thanks for the Vampire's Kiss, huh? Let's see. Ah, here it is, Nicolas Cage. It's unavailable, so I can save it on my saved queue, but I can't really force it to ship from Netflix since they don't have it available yet. It might eventually make its way up my Netflix queue one of these days. Occasionally, I'll get one or two movies that pop up from my saved queue on the bottom of my regular queue, but cool stuff. Thanks for coming back. I thought you had got hit by a train or maybe got sick and tired of my channel or something. But nice to see you again. Laters.